Welcome back to the program. Well, it's a 1-hour package on the show today, just in case you're wondering. I mean, this is about 12 minutes to 8, and you're still watching politics today. We're still talking about the security situation in the country, especially because it has formed a major nucleus of discussion right here. And we still have retired police AIG Bala Hassan joining us in the studio. Thank you so much for your time. Now, I'd like to read something. It's called the Nigeria Security Tracker, and this is made available by the Africa Program at the Council on Foreign Relations. It sort of chronicles the attacks and what have you in Nigeria. So let's go to June 23rd. Gunmen kill 3 and abduct 3 in Danmusa, that's Katsina State. That's according to the report. June 23rd, again, the same day, Nigerian troops killed 3 Boko Haram militants in Dikwa, Borno State. June 24th, Boko Haram killed 20 farmers in Mobar, Borno. I mean, I could go on. And it sort of paints the picture of how these attacks follow closely and how it appears that we're trying to grapple with this. So the question is, what are we getting wrong?
Well, if you look at victimization ratio, it's not something to be apprehensive about. Of course, who will say that crime, people may say, is in the increase because of this. Mm-hmm. But by and large, if you look at the successes recorded by the Nigerian police and other security agencies in the past couple of weeks or months, you will know that they are up to the game. You see, according to Emile Durkheim, in his book Like Suicide, crime is common in every society, but we vary from one society to the other. Mm-hmm. We have our own unique crime that now has come up, like this kidnapping. But you recall that 2 months ago, the Magajingari of Daura was kidnapped. But how they got him looks like an impossible feat. Mm. And there are some other things the police have done, people don't even, because if they are able to record success on a poor person, nobody gets the news about it. You understand me? And from what you are reading to me, you say, Army killed 3 Boko Haram. It's not something to be apprehensive. It's something to positive on the Nigerian security.
So are you saying there's been some improvement?
Of course there should be an improvement. Before, you cannot travel between Abuja to Kaduna. But now because of periodic surveillance on the road and persistent attack, which I always support, because it's better to carry the battle to the enemies and allow them to come and be kidnapping people, then you start looking for them. The IG response team moved into that forest and continue to hunt for these people, and they have made remarkable progress there. So that area, for now, we have not had any story about people doing kidnapping in that area. So if this level of intensity of police operation is being done, you agree with me that these robbers and kidnappers will be sent where they belong to where that is in prisons.
Okay, now, Bala Hassan, there's also this discussion. People say there's some form of political coloration. Do you agree with that? Some people say it's because of some politicians that are being selfish, that they sort of feel these kidnappings, for example, armed robbery. Do you agree with that?
I would not agree with that, because those people who do the kidnapping, they don't sample whether this man is from this party or the other party. In fact, most of the people who are victims are people like me who are either civilians or civil servants. Like the other person who was kidnapped with his daughter working with is it NOPEP or something? He's a government worker. Nobody thinks he has any money, but they kidnap him. So to bring a political coloration, no, I don't agree. I don't agree. Probably, in those days, people carry money to the houses. But now people don't carry money to the houses because of using of ATM. So if you go and commit robbery, it's risky. Police will arrest you. So now they find that, okay, it's easier for me to prepare for kidnapping and commit kidnapping and negotiate what I will get from it. So it gives me a bigger deal than committing robbery, which is risky, because if you go to somebody's house in the long run, you don't see anything and you may end up harming him. So probably it's a fallout of this, but that doesn't mean that the security agents should fold their arms and say, okay, because we are operating cashless society, people should come and kidnap people and make spurious demands.
Right.
Astronomical demand, a Nigerian get 50 million naira.
Now, also, people have said, or some experts have prescribed another alternative to solving the security situation. And this is what they say. They say, let's try to reduce on brute force and look for dialogue and some other things. So which, if you would weigh them, which do you think should...
You can't dialogue with a criminal. Somebody who's a kidnapper, what are you going to dialogue with him?
So you think brute force?
Not brute force, because people don't commit crime when there is certainty of arrest, certainty of prosecution, and certainty of punishment. When these things are done, people will not commit crime. You commit crime, you are arrested. You are prosecuted to the logical conclusion. Then you are sent to jail where you belong. Other people now will know that crime doesn't pay. But if you arrest somebody, one godfather comes and release him on bail. In fact, I learned whether it's in Edo, the lawyers have said that they will not go and stand in for any kidnapper.
Why?
That is their own opinion, because most of maybe they have kidnapped some lawyers, or they have discovered that because if you arrest somebody for kidnapper, it's the duty of the prosecution to prove escape beyond reasonable doubt. So if you have a good lawyer, no matter, like Evans, if Evans has a good lawyer, don't be surprised you will be let off the hook, because a lawyer will bring technicality, and the court, once you don't convince the court that this offense has been committed, will be released. So when people are punished for the offense they commit, you see the rate of kidnapping will reduce. And of course, there are sociological issues. If there are some jobs given to the men, they will not go to be doing kidnapping.
So you're placing that at the bulk of the government?
Well, they have to bring their best through giving money to traders, 10,000 to go and commit that. But when this thing continues, when money is put at the doorstep of poor people, I believe they will not contemplate committing crime, because punishment is there. The IGRA, the Inspector General of Police, will send this thing to arrest them. Right. And we want to make sure that when they arrest these people, no person should come and guarantee them bail. They should go and face the music, get their own food deserts.
I think that's a great place to end it. Ensure that there are punitive measures and they are really enforced. We'd like to appreciate you, former police AIG Bala Hassan. You were the former AIG of Zone 2, Lagos. Am I correct? Yes, thank you so much for your thoughts on the program.
Thank you so much.
Well, that's so much we can take on the program tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I am Kayode Kujeli.